Okay, this is the Town of Old Lyme ADA Committee meeting for July 19th, 2021. In attendance, Michelle Norin, Jennifer Datum, and Stephanie Gould from the Senior Center. Absent is Missy Garvin from LYSB. I don't expect this to be a super long meeting. We've changed our meetings from monthly to quarterly. So I'll just start off by saying that we've had no one has reached out to me with a request for an accommodation or a grievance. So that's positive. But our grievance policy is on the town's website. We did have a very small issue with the board page for the ADA committee. It wasn't showing up in the list of boards and commissions. And Vicki noticed it when she went to post the agenda for this meeting. Excuse me. But Michelle is working on fixing it. It's partially fixed. She just probably needs to do a little bit more tweaking to make sure that we get that up so that people can find it easily from the outside. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. No, I'm just trying to, I don't have a copy of the agenda in front of me. So, Stephanie, did you print out the agenda?
I didn't, but I can pull it up on my computer. So give me just 1 second. I have it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was ADA.
So I do need to update that, make sure that that's up and active, and make sure that all the minutes are properly posted on the agenda for this meeting as well. So I'll work on that also.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, I've got the agenda.
You got it? Okay, I'm just pulling it up on my end too.
All right. So speaking of that, we've been talking for the past couple of meetings about best practices for posting minutes to the town's website. Because sometimes you open up the minutes and it opens in a web browser, but sometimes it opens a Word document. So I think as we start kind of getting back into the habit of meetings, that we have a consistent way of doing the minutes so that they're as accessible as possible. Mm-hmm. And so we need to probably reach out to the board chairs and clerks and to Vicki also, because the town clerk does most of the postings. Is that correct, Michelle?
Yeah, they do all of them.
They do all the
So
postings.
actually, I don't think we need to reach out to the boards and commissions.
Okay.
Typically send
They
them
just submit them to Vicki.
Yeah,
and
so I
Courtney.
think just talking to Vicki and Courtney.
Okay. Maybe we'll invite them to the next meeting. Okay. Yeah, that'll be good. We can do some research in the meanwhile.
Okay.
Is there any other old business?
No, I don't think so.
The only other thing I had from our last talk was, remember they wanted to, on one of the open spaces in Whippoorwill, they were talking about an accessible trail. But I have not heard anything at all about that. So it's just kind of on pause. They haven't reached out to me. I don't know if they're moving ahead with some plans or looking for funding opportunities, but that was just kind of something that we have been talking about. And Stephanie, I think you and I had spoken, there's nothing going on with the beach mat either since.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on with the what? Can you say that one more time, Jen?
Yeah.
There's nothing going on with the what?
The beach mat.
Oh, yeah. Well, are we going to put it in for next year?
Yeah, I think we should. I'll talk to Don about that.
Yeah, I do too.
Sometimes it just takes a little bit longer than we anticipate.
Yeah, that's okay though. If we're moving in, if we don't lose our track of it, I think that's the best. You know what I mean?
I agree. So let's keep on that, because I think we all agree it's a good thing, and COVID really messed us up on it, and we'll get back on track just like everything else, right?
Right.
And I know.
So I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Regarding the beach mats. Is there any way we would? And I don't know that there is, but is there any way we could use COVID money for that?
That's a good
Because
question.
And to maybe get it sooner.
They're still working on putting together the committee that's gonna
Yeah,
make some decisions about where the money's gonna
but
go.
I'll be on the committee. So
Good, yeah.
I should be on the committee.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think there's not a huge rush because we have until like 2024 to make a commitment on where it's spent, I think. Okay. That's an excellent question, Stephanie, and I have a folder for it. So I'm gonna put, I have a running list of things, but I wonder if there's any other accessibility issues that we could add to that. besides the beach mat.
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm gonna put beach mat and other accessibility items. Is there anything else that we can think of?
Besides the beach mat?
Yeah.
No,
Ponder it.
we could definitely table it for next time. I'll think on it. You guys can think on it. Maybe we can come up with more, you know?
Yeah, and then we have also, like, I received frequently asked questions about the program, like what you can use the money for, and then the Connecticut Conference of Municipalities put out a booklet, a toolkit that gives you guidance as well. So we can refer to that, and maybe as we see other towns making their requests known, we can kind of look at what they're doing and see if there's something that would be a good idea, you know, kind of something somebody else has thought of.
Let me just hit mute on my phone so I don't.
Sure.
All right. I just, sorry.
I thought it was my
All
phone for a second.
They all sound the same. You know, could you send me a copy of that if it's not too much of an inconvenience for you, Jen?
No,
So that when I'm looking and thinking about what else we could use it on, I've got like the parameters.
yeah, absolutely.
That'd be awesome.
Are you interested in being on the committee if it came to that?
Sure.
Well, look at the parameters
Sure.
first, see if it's something, because if it's not, it's directly relevant.
Yeah, if it's related, you know, to either to that or the senior center, you know.
Okay, excellent. All right, I'll send you the toolkit.
Okay.
Any other old business for the ADA committee? Let's move on to new business. Last year, for the first time, the ADA State Annual Conference went virtual, and I attended almost all of the sessions online, although it's a little bit challenging when you're in the office and you're doing a training and stuff comes up and you're trying to deal with it at the same time. That's a
I have no idea
downside
what you're
of
talking
online.
about. None whatsoever.
Yeah. So if you're there in person, you can't be distracted so much, but I did attend, and also another thing I liked about them doing it online is they shared a lot of the PowerPoint and resources with us so we can refer back to them. So I appreciate that as well. Sometimes you go to the conference and they're like, oh, we'll email that out. You do maybe get it eventually, but they're better about it when it's online. But anyhow, they're doing it again online. There's going to be 3 half-day sessions, 2 in November and a half-day session in December 1st, the very beginning of December. So they don't have any of the courses out yet, but I just wanted to give everyone a heads up because I always go to them, but if there's I'll send out the information as soon as we get it. And if there's a course that looks interesting to you because it's online, you know, you could sign up for it as well. So
Awesome. Is there a fee attached to it?
yeah, there's a fee, but we're members of the state committee, the state conference, so it's less of a fee.
Okay.
And it's reasonable. And we actually have a line item for ADA separate. So if you don't have it in your department budget, I think the ADA budget can cover it.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you. I'll take a
Yeah, I'll send it out as soon as I hear about it. I just looked at their website today. It's a little early still for them to know. But they do get different speakers because they had some national speakers because it was virtual. So that, I like that it kind of diversified the talent pool a little bit. So, all right. Is there any other new business that we need to talk about?
Not from here.
Michelle? No?
No.
All right. I didn't hear anything from Missy one way or the other, so. All right, our next meeting then is going quarterly because we had to postpone June to July. So if we stay on the quarterly schedule, the next meeting will be September 20th. So
Will do.
that's not too long from now. So I'll send out minutes and agenda and any other items and to be continued next meeting.
So those are different.
Great.
I believe so.
Oh, they're the same?
I believe.
You didn't move them because you moved them?
Only for the one. We only moved the one meeting June to July. The other meetings didn't get moved.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Let me try them.
Okay, I'll send it out again. I'll make sure the town clerk has it as well. We'll have to check the whole website situation too. All right. Any other business
Thank
before we
you.
actually end the meeting?
Thanks.
No, I'm shaking my head now that you can see me doing that.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording.